welcome.
Brain Candy Podcast.
Susie,
Yes,
I'm so
please.
excited because I saw our Brain Candy Trivia winner sweatshirt.
How cute is it?
Oh my gosh. Shout out to Stephanie.
And shout
She
out
was-
to Adam.
And shout out to Adam. Stephanie was a recent winner, and she posted a picture of her in that sweatshirt, and I got to see that. If that isn't the cutest thing, and knowing that the only way you can get it is when you are
gotta
a
be
winner
a
of our
winner.
trivia, that is about as cool as it gets. So I just want to say shout out to us for
Shout out to us.
having a super awesome trivia game, and you guys can play. You guys
Yes.
just subscribe to the Brain Candy YouTube channel.
When this episode comes out, actually, it's the day this episode comes out, we will be doing our music trivia live
yes.
on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We do it at, what time do we do it? I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern, but you can
Yeah, that
go
sounds
to our
right.
YouTube
6
and you'll
p.m.
see. Because there's like,
My
it
time,
tells
5
you when
p.m.
they'll be. We have 3 scheduled. And then this one coming up is music. I'm really excited about it. And like Sarah said, the winner, we have lots of prizes, but
So
one of
many
the prizes you can win is this awesome, exclusive
Yes.
sweatshirt designed by Adam Louise Butler. And he's like, I really want to make something that like people are
It's
going
great.
to want.
I want it. And
Yeah.
it is really cool. The idea that there's something that you can only get, it's kind of like when you have the restaurant that has like the
Yeah, I ate the 50-pound steak.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is exactly what I think of it, like how I think of it, and it just tickles me.
gotta
and
earn it.
I'm so happy about it, and I just love our brand. The brand is strong.
Yeah, you can't buy your way into it. You got to earn that shit.
Yeah, I don't even have one. They're that exclusive.
No, we don't have them.
Yeah. So you know what I realized I didn't do last time? It was my episode. Is I didn't give you a rundown of what we're going to talk about. So
okay.
here is our little table of
me.
contents episode at a glance. So
Okay.
we are first going to talk about. Well, don't hold me to the order because you know how I do.
No. The order, it could be anything.
Yeah,
We don't
We're
know.
going to talk about making memories that stick
Okay.
and dopamine and TikTok attention span shrink,
Yeah.
which kind of also ties into an article I read on sleep and the brain, stuff like that. Then we're going to talk about shifting roles and rewriting scripts. So we're going to talk about men doing more housework and Rita Ora proposing.
Oh.
And then we're going to talk about how beavers are better builders than us. We already knew this, but I have a whole article on beavers that I read.
You just wanted to say that.
I just want to talk about beavers, right?
She loves beavers.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk about evolution, getting weird, and some weird behaviors that we're seeing in chimps. And maybe if we'll have time again, I'll talk about this dentist story that I've been hanging on to for a million years.
Am I going to be mad again about the dentist?
I don't know how you'll feel about. Maybe I should just start with that so that we can just talk about it, and you tell me.
All right.
So
I'll probably be mad.
okay. So in the Czech Republic, there is a man who has now been arrested, who is posing as a dentist, made $185,000 in dental work. Before he was found out that he basically has a YouTube degree.
For cleaning or cavities or what?
He was doing everything.
That's so disturbing.
Isn't that disturbing? And
Yeah, if it was cleaning, I would probably forgive that.
right, no, he was like doing work, putting people like using anesthesia. He was getting crazy.
Jesus. And then what is it called when you get the shot? Novocaine.
Yeah, I think he was doing that.
Criminy.
And the article I read was talking about how there's this rise of fake professionals in this TikTok era that everybody thinks that they could do things online. I mean,
Well,
even
they all do their
I've
own
made
research.
that. Yes, research. Even I've made that mistake with my lash perm and lash tint where I ended up,
Right.
spending more in cleaning products to get it off of my sink
There
afterwards.
is a huge difference, though, between doing it to yourself
Yes.
and doing it to other people.
That's exactly why we have these like boards of like, what
You
are they
have to
called?
be
Like the
certified and
BBS.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Board of Behavioral Sciences or whatever, where you have to be certified in things. But can you believe that? On one hand,
No.
I'm like, I'm glad people were getting dental work done. On the other hand,
I think that
you can't trust everybody.
I would be willing to bet that he's like a sadist.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you know how fearful people can be about the dentist in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
So to be like, this is probably fine if I just watch a YouTube video and now I'm a dentist. You
like
would
that.
know.
Oh my God. It's like
how
that fucking
dangerous.
Dr. Death guy who like thought. What profession do you think is easiest to fake with confidence alone? I mean, besides podcast host.
Oh my God. There's nothing to fake.
Right. That's funny. What profession do you think would be easiest to fake with confidence alone?
Let's think about this.
Yeah. Let's.
Like a legitimate career, a legitimate trade. It has to be a trade where you have to have a skill. Mm-hmm. It can't be just like sales, which is just vibes.
Right.
You have to be faking a skill.
But the problem is when it would be easy if you're.
Weatherman.
Oh, what a good fucking. There is no better answer.
Meteorologist.
Because they're fucking wrong all the time, and nobody would even
What are we gonna
know.
do about it?
In fact, I see you, whoever runs Open Snow. You're full of shit, and I think you're in cahoots with Vail Company because you just lie to me and say it's going to be snowing every weekend. So I go up there, and guess what? No snow. And then magically, when you say, "Oh no, don't bother coming up. There isn't snow on a Wednesday," there is snow because you want it all to yourself. I know it.
Yes. They're in cahoots with somebody.
I do. And they're like, don't come up here during the week, but come up here when you have days off. So good one, Susie. Scammer.
You know, I will say I love meteorologists and they do the Lord's work. And like when I think about, the flooding and how like they're telling everybody get you, this is serious. Nobody listens. Part of the problem is because of this cry wolf scenario where we're like, oh, you said that. And because it does change and it is imperfect.
We say it like predicting the weather. We use that as a
thing that can't be done.
Right.
Right.
That is such a good example of something you could fake.
I mean, because they could simply say, well, it changed.
Right.
The wind blew and then the storm went away.
I know meteorologists are going to be. I knew a meteorologist or somebody whose son was a meteorologist, like weatherman on the news, and he was so nice and he cared so much about like helping people out. He was just a nice person.
They're great, and it's really
those
fascinating
would be the guys
work.
Who you could like, fake being that person.
Part of the problem, too, is that they're associated with local news, which is all just nonsense. Yeah. It's all just like a bunch of bullshit. It's pretend. And like, somebody found a piece of hair in their cereal. Yeah. Tune in at 5. Yeah. And so then they're associated, like guilty by association with like fucking morning zoo shit.
Where it's like, are your genes killing you? Find out at 7 p.m. And you're like, what?
And then this like actual scientist weather person is like, I think there's going to be some rain, but I don't know for sure. It's like 30% chance.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
that's
but what's
funny.
another one? There has to be other shit like that. Mechanic, for sure.
That was what my mind was going to go to, is mechanic. But
what do I know?
That would be one where you would know.
Yeah.
If
at a certain point, it wouldn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
And where I think there are people who are really skilled who don't have the credentials and they're just as good. Like my brother can fix fucking anything and diagnose anything on a car. That guy's not a certified mechanic or whatever. I mean, he's a mechanical engineer and has a master's in it.
He knows how shit works.
He knows how shit works. And like he can just listen to a car and say, oh, you need this and this. And he's always right. So
you know what's another one?
What?
Don't get mad at me, people.
Okay.
Chiropractor.
Oh, there's a comedian that I love, Esther. I can't remember her last name, but her first name's Esther. And she she does a lot of crowd work, and there was a couple in the audience. She points to them and she's like, "Oh, what do you guys do?" And they go, or where did you guys meet? And they go, "Chiropractic school." And she goes, "Oh, so you guys are scammers?" And then they laugh and they're like, "Well, are you chiropractors now?" And they both said no. And she goes, "Oh, so you figured out you were scamming people?" Like, it was so funny. I'll send you the bit because it cracked me up. And like, obviously, you know, there are people who need blah, blah, blah. But that's one
I love
where
a chiropractor. I love
I
going.
do too. But that is funny that you said that because there is such a.
Well, because I worked for one, and what made me feel that way is that they never said, "I cannot help you."
Right.
Like if I went to a foot doctor with a problem, sometimes they would say like, you're at the wrong place. Like, we can't help you with this problem. That never happens.
I did have a chiropractor tell me my inflammation was too great for them to do any adjustments.
You were a lost cause.
And they had to wait because like they took like the temperature around there and it was like too high and you couldn't even adjust it because it was too like inflamed. They had to wait till that
Good
goes
grief.
down. And yeah,
Sarah.
so they sent me away. Couldn't adjust my neck.
Oh my word. You're lucky to be alive.
Basically. No.
Oh my God.
I'm scared. I'm so scared of the chiropractor.
You mean when they hear this episode or?
No, I'm scared of going. I'm scared of getting
because you
adjusted.
could die for sure.
Yeah, I'm very fucking scared of that.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
They do that shit with your neck. That's how, it's like Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. Okay, the other one you could do, tour guide.
I'm surprised you haven't done this.
I could do
This
that.
should be your plan B.
You could be a tour guide and you can fucking make whatever you want up about.
Totally.
Like,
This is the significance of this location.
yeah. We my a lot of times we'll go to. Well, in the past, I've gone to Disneyland with like my camp friends, and my friend Dave is always been like our bus captain, and he's like the announcer guy at camp, and he's got like the voice. So we would all go on the Jungle Cruise, and then he would somehow talk the Jungle Cruise guy into letting him take over the mic. So my friend Dave would then do the mic at the Jungle Cruise, and any animal that came up, his whole bit would be like, we'd see the elephant, he goes, "And here we have an elephant. Little known fact about elephants, fully grown, they can get to be 30 feet long, 30 feet high, and jump 30 feet in the air." And every single animal would be like, "Oh, and here we have a monkey. Little known fact about monkeys, fully grown, they can be 30 feet tall, 30 feet long, and jump 30 feet in the air." And like, he kept it up, and everybody was cracking up. Like, I'm like, okay, you could be like a funny tour guide and just say whatever the fuck you want.
Some people don't want facts. They want to be entertained.
Correct. And I know just enough facts about a place, and I could like quickly, and I can entertain the rest of the time. That is what my mother did for years. It's in my
But she was
genes.
legit.
She was a legit tour guide and had an art history degree and everything.
Yeah.
So,
But she could have been making it up, and we wouldn't
and
know.
I'm sure knowing Sally, she definitely like took some creative liberties, I think, in telling some stories.
These are great examples, though, of like careers you could fucking fake.
Yeah. I mean, life coach too. It's like a lot of those that.
Well, that's vibes too. That's like sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ones that interest me are when you actually have to have knowledge, but you could be faking it, like the meteorologist.
Yeah.
What
Meteorologist
do I know?
is the best example. The other one, food critic.
Oh my God. Yeah. Again, vibes. Totally.
Vibes.
There's no, well, I guess you could. Yeah, no, it's vibes.
Totally.
It's taste.
Yeah, all that sommelier, all those kind of things. It's like
Any
you could
critic.
fake that. Any critic. Yes.
Which is
movie
what everyone
reviewer,
says.
all that kind of
They're
stuff.
very sensitive about that too.
If you have a good idea, you should definitely write us at we'll put this up and we'll make a little,
Yeah, I want a list.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's fun. We're not even mad about it. I kind of respect it.
Not mad about it at all.
Because I realized I aged out of my plan B, stripper. Like nobody's hiring a 45-year-old.
Hey, you know what? I think that there
maybe OnlyFans, but not stripper.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Fair. Yeah.
The stripper community is still ageist.
I don't know. You could like hold a Wednesday, Thursday night.
Yeah, like a senior night.
Yeah, like Sunday afternoon. I bet that's good money.
Matinees.
Yes.
I could handle
Matinee stripper.
stripping.
Yes.
I would love that and get in bed by 10 still.
They would. I think the people
I
who
could pitch this
would love that too. Yeah.
Because it freaked me out actually when I aged out of it, and I thought, well, now what?
And you know how when we were on the challenge, we would be the ones that would wake up early and then there'd be people who wake up late. You got to imagine that there's some shifts with strippers and there's like a night shift and a day shift.
Yeah.
And maybe you're more of a day shift stripper.
For sure, like afternoon delight.
Yeah, there you go. That could be your name.
Totally.
Your stripper name is
Delight.
Afternoon Delight.
Delight.
D''Lite.
This is great.
Oh my
All right.
gosh. And you have blonde hair. Oh, that's your stripper name. Yes, I love it.
Okay, this is reassuring. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. What other fun things do I want to talk about? Well, I told you a little bit of this last time. I went on a really fun trip with my girlfriend. I planned it all. Steamboat Springs. It was so cute in Steamboat Springs. It is exactly like you said it would be, where you're like, that sounds like a make-believe fantasy.
Like you went back in
I
time for this. Yeah.
It is the best combination of like, it's like old-timey with old buildings, but also like some new stuff there and really great restaurants. And everybody had little stickers in the window that said like, you're welcome here. And they'd be like rainbow flags and stuff. So it felt very, which you don't get in some mountain towns in Colorado. It can feel very like you're not welcome here,
Yeah.
you know?
You're the other.
Yeah, you're the other. So that was really fun. And we got to do some really romantic things. We went to a hot springs at,
I've always wanted to do that.
oh, I had never done it before. It was absolutely magical and everything I wanted it to be and more. We went at nighttime. You have to get reservations, so they only allow a certain amount of people through. And they're these natural hot springs, which I was expecting them to all be like the same temperature. They had about 5 different pools, and everyone was a different temperature.
How do they do that?
I have no idea. And it
That's
was like
weird.
up, you go at the top of the hill, it's hotter. And then as you go down the hill in different pools, it's cooler. And the bottom pool is like,
Because
like
heat rises?
I guess, or maybe I have no idea how it works, but it was super cool. And we got the 8 to 10 p.m. slot. And after the sun goes down, clothing optional.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys were nude?
We were not, because we got there, by the time we got there, the sun was still up, so our bathing suits were on. And then when we were in the pool, and we would have to like get out and then take our top, there was no reason why we didn't, but we were just enjoying ourselves, and everybody else was topless. And
Well, what about bottoms?
I didn't see any no bottoms,
Why do you think that is?
because I wasn't looking around a lot, and it was also really dark. Like
You think there were
Yes,
bottomless?
I do think that there were bottomless. There were. It definitely seemed like there was a crowd that, and then the 10 to midnight, because it's open till midnight. So the 10 to midnight
things are getting
crew,
spicy.
that felt like, oh yeah, they're definitely taking all their clothes off.
And what is the mean age?
Like my age, I was surprised, and everybody
40.
were people I wanted to see naked.
Well, that's what I want to know.
I was surprised.
Right. Because that's not how it goes at like nudist
There wasn't.
colonies.
I think this is because the hot springs were in a place that you have to get like by dirt road. It's a little more off the beaten path.
You got to work for it.
Yeah, it's $20 entry fee, so it's not just like
Wow. That is $20 well spent. If you're seeing great boobs.
$20 well spent. Really good boobs.
A lot of big naturals or what?
Yes, yes. Those are the
That's
ones I
great.
saw.
Those are the ones I want to see.
Saw those.
Great.
And
how do you contain yourself?
um
How do you behave so civilized amongst all these
you know
big
what?
natches?
I was very like, it was one of those moments where my girlfriend and I were like in our own little world, and it was like nobody else was around. We were really
That's love.
Yeah, we were like in that place where we were, cuddly and kissing and talking
I am not
about,
mature enough for that.
how, and then there are no natural lights around. Or artificial light. They keep it like it's dark, so you'd have to really try to kind of catch
I am
anything.
willing. But I hear what
And-
you're saying. They After a certain point, it's like you would really have to be obvious about looking.
You have to be obvious about it. And, you know, I was trying to be subtle.
Well, that's probably why they make it at that time.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. It's really no kids. Thank goodness. That was nice. I think it's like must be like.
I wish everywhere was like that.
That was really nice.
Including my own. I'm like, why are you here still?
Yeah, we saw no children there. There may be like 100 people, not a lot. You know, you had a lot of space in your own pool, and there were a lot of moments where we spent a lot of time talking about memories and how to hold on to memories and how to work to remember something. Do you have those moments where you say to yourself, man, this is like such a fun time right here. I just want to like capture this. Like, when was the last time you thought to yourself, I want to hold on to this memory?
Well, I will tell you, but I do have to say something I could never forget. Yeah. Is how much I love Smalls. And we have not had a Smalls shout out in a long time.
Shout out to Smalls.
Shout out to Smalls cat food, because if you have cats, you know. You either get the dry food or you get the wet food and you regret it.
Oh, it smells so bad. And then they love it, so you can't switch it back.
Yep, there's no turning back. That is a commitment for the rest of your life. And because it's delicious, they don't want that freaking kibble. But Smalls solved the problem because it is human grade, but it does not smell. And they love it, and it is so nice for them. And it is the best cat food going. And they have such a great deal for our listeners. And I'm so excited that they are working with us, because I cannot say enough good stuff about Smalls. For a limited time only, because you're a Brain Candy listener, you can get 60% off your first Smalls order plus free shipping. It's an even better deal than before.
Whoa!
You just have to head to smalls.com/braincandy. That's 60% off when you head to smalls.com/braincandy plus free shipping. Again, that's smalls.com/braincandy. And it's one of these companies that is risk-free, because they stand by their product. If you don't like it, they will sort you out. And I love that.
If your cat doesn't like it, they'll sort it out.
Yeah, if it doesn't work for you.
Your cat will, trust me.
They will. And they will refund you if for any reason you don't. But that's why, because they know it's like, you will love it. Okay.
That's like when we give we're like, listen.
Yeah.
I will pay you.
Money back guarantee. Yes. Okay, so memories. I think I hate when parents make everything about having a kid, but I will say that
is important, because it goes by and it changes, and then it's please, Susan, that's the most important.
The sort of conundrum of parenting is that it's so tiring and relentless that it's hard to enjoy a lot of especially the younger ages. But you also have an awareness that it is fleeting, and that everyone keeps telling you, just enjoy every fucking
right.
And you only enjoy it looking back in hindsight, because you know you're not in the thick of it.
Yeah.
So there is this sense a lot of like, oh, this is like going to be over, and he's going to be different. Like, I miss him.
Yeah.
Even though I'm with him. Like, I miss 3-year-old Lincoln.
Yeah.
That is a separate person that I don't know anymore. He's gone.
Oh, God.
And it's horrible. And someday I will miss 13-year-old Lincoln.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
What do we do?
Well, there are a few things that you can do. So I read a couple articles. There was one in the National Geographic, and then an NBC article that talked about ways to hold on to memories and what we need to do. Because what's happening is we are now turning to digital documenting, which is offloading our memories. And what that does is it allows it gives us permission in a way, or this false sense of security, I guess. Like, yes, that don't worry, your memories are being held on to, and they're in these these photos or these files, so you don't need to access them anymore. And so we're not accessing our memories in a way to strengthen them, because we're relying on offloading this information in a way.
Okay.
And we need to, yes, it's good to have the photos, of course, but one of the things that can help you do this, you print the photos. Printing photos can be helpful. So the memory is associative. It's tied to senses, emotions, and meaning. So in order to strengthen any memory, we have to strengthen those things. The senses, the emotion, or the meaning tied to them. Things that help repetition and weirdness and novelty. So weirdness and novelty are the ones where you can take a regular moment and add weirdness or novelty in a way to make it stick better.
Okay.
And so here's the trick, and we tried this on our trip as well. We used the what they call the PAO system: person, action, object. So we are going to remember things better if we use take the space that we're in and personify or create a character in a way of something that we're seeing that interacts with the environment and uses an object in it. So here's an example. I know that sounds very confusing. So here's the example. We're in the pool and we're looking out and the sun has gone down and the stars are out and we see the Big Dipper that's like perfectly framed in the trees, and we're looking out, we're like, man, I want to remember this forever. So we said, okay, what's a way to like personify this Big Dipper? So we imagined the Big Dipper as like a big giant ladle that's coming down and scooping up the water in the pool that we're in and then like pouring it over our heads. So we're adding some novelty, we're adding some, and maybe the water smells a certain way. Like we're talking about the senses and like what we're experiencing in the moment. And then you have to have the repetition of it. So anytime you tell somebody else the story right after, it's going to stick better. And I think, isn't that amazing? We've seen this even on the podcast where you and I will remember things way more because we've come on here and talked about them.
Yeah.
And we'll remember stories years later from like, wait, we talked about this on the podcast because talking about it and repetition of that helps so much. So next time you're somewhere where you want to remember something, think about how can I look out at this scene and imagine either like something coming to life or interacting in some way with the environment that you're in, and it'll help you to lock it in there even more.
Yeah. And that makes sense that it would be the remembrance would be greater if you associate it with a smell. We all know that can happen. And if you talk about it, so like the more senses you engage, the greater the likelihood that it'll be memorable.
Yeah. Engage a lot of senses. That's kind of like I could remember the car ride, the camping trip where everybody got car sick eating split pea Anderson soup and threw up all over everything. Oh yeah. Remember that. It is the novelty and the senses. And so I think sometimes those situations happen and we're like gifted a moment where we have like a lot of senses engaged, a lot of weirdness and novelty. And they're usually the things where like everything goes wrong or something bad happens. Like remember when we were at the hotel in Brazil and there was the gas leak?
Oh, I thought you meant when we thought there was going to be a laundry.
Or when we thought there was going to be a laundry. Yes.
Yeah.
The novelty of that. There were a lot of things that were memorable on that trip because it checked all those boxes.
Yeah. And I am not exaggerating. I laugh out loud.
Yes.
About, do you remember when we were optimistic?
Yeah.
Which is the line that Sarah said when it turned out there was not a laundry at this place that we had been like fantasizing about washing our clothes. We were like,
when you're okay, are we going to do one load first? Which order are we going to do them in? We should do our sheet. We were
horny for laundry.
Horny for laundry. Yes.
And then when we got in there and it was like a fucking washboard.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like 1930.
Literally a washboard.
And Sarah said, remember when we were optimistic? It's so funny to me even still because, number one, we really were. And number two, you always are.
Yeah.
And this is like something that you didn't learn from that.
No.
Like you, every time you think that metaphorically there will be a laundry and there never is for us.
Never is.
And we never learn.
So that's dumb. And I realized that about myself. That's just a little story maybe people can relate to.
I'll tell you what's not dumb. Caraway, cookware, and bakeware.
Well, I'll tell
Nothing
you.
dumb about it.
Right, and if I were at home,
Smart.
I use my caraway bakeware and cookware and they make it real easy. So things like all those normal speed bumps that get in the way, like, oh, I don't want to cook because I don't want to wash a pan. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Barely
So
have
easy.
to even rinse out the pan.
It's unbelievable. Because
really
it's
is.
non-stick, but it's non-toxic. So it's non-stick without all those weird chemicals. You're like, what am I eating here?
Right.
But also, they're so cute. They come in a million colors. They look great in your kitchen. But the real thing, the real reason they're amazing is because the food comes out great. If you're baking, it slides right out.
Yes.
If you're cooking, it is the perfect temperature. There's no hot spots. There's no degradation of the non-stick capability.
The no hot spots. If you're somebody who likes to bake and you flip something over and you want it to slide right out and have that perfect crust, like your zucchini bread that you make and banana bread, so good with that crust.
I must not have any friends with gardens anymore because I'm not getting zooks.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you have a lot of zooks, can you hit me up? Because I got bread to make
Yeah.
with my caraway bakeware. It's amazing stuff. You guys are going to love it, and they have a deal for you. If you've been eyeing Caraway's internet famous 12-piece cookware set, now's the time to make your move, baby. You can get 20% off select Caraway products at retail locations and on Amazon during Prime Day, but for the full Caraway collection, including exclusive colors and sets, head to carawayhome.com, where you'll get 20% off orders of $8.75 or more. Visit carawayhome.com to shop it all. Caraway non-toxic cookware made modern.
Yes. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure that one out and explore it. But,
For sure, Sarah.
you know, we're always learning about ourselves. And that's
Nothing good,
We're
though,
all
for
a
me,
work
at
in
least.
progress over here. And it always helps when you're in a relationship with somebody who can, in a loving
like, "Why are you
way,
doing that?"
reflect, like, yeah.
Why
Be
are you
like,
doing that?
what's up with that? Like, I
Yeah.
see you doing this. How can I help solve this problem? And luckily, it's never a problem when I'm with her because she always has snacks.
I mean, that's all I want from anyone.
It's the best. And every time I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. She's like, here you go. It's magic. It's great.
I
So,
live for a snack.
right. She's
I don't even
always
want meals.
got them.
I only want snacks.
And she's like, why don't you carry snacks? I go, because I'll eat them all on
It's
the
hard.
airplane. Then I won't have any. So I was like, maybe I'll carry snacks that I don't like. And then I'll only have them when I'm in a pinch. But
Yeah.
so that's kind of like the trick I try to use. I don't know. You know, like boring snacks, like cashews or
Totally.
something.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Because something delicious.
If it's Doritos, I'm eating them.
That's not going to last. Like a Cliff Bar, one of those like bars.
Forget it.
Yeah. Okay. So also things that I wanted to talk about. There was an article that talked about what TikTok is doing to our brain and how, you know, we talked about memory and novelty helping memory, but it's one of those things where we want novelty, but maybe too much is rewriting our brain a little.
Yeah.
And this article was talking about how fast content rewires your brain for novelty every 10
you gotta
seconds.
slow it down.
Oh my God, do you? This whole feature where you can fast forward things is messing
who's
up my
doing
brain.
that? What do you mean?
Okay,
TikTok?
so on Reels and on Instagram and stuff, on a Reel, you can hold down on the left side and it'll go at 2 times speed.
On Instagram?
Yep.
Oh no.
I know. And I'm using that all the time where I'm like, yeah, come on.
Why are you doing that?
I have to stop.
What's the reason?
Because I want to hear what they say faster. Like it's a lot of times on like news stuff or people who are giving me like, current event
Oh my
stuff
God.
or even just like sciencey stuff. It's like listening to the book at 2 times speed,
What? Oh, I guess you don't put makeup on. Because I listen to NPR when I get ready in the morning.
Yeah.
So I don't need it to go, it's just it's just on.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there anyway.
Yeah.
But you don't wear makeup, so you're what, 2 minutes? You got brushing your tooth?
Yeah. I mean,
And that's it.
but I'll listen to Wait, Don't Tell Me and stuff while I'm getting ready and while I'm doing my stuff
You don't
around
do
the
that
house.
one fast though, right?
No.
Because that's entertainment.
That's just regular. Yeah. If it's more like I'm looking to get information. And they say that in order you can't do it too much. We need what they call like mental palate cleansers in a way. So real conversations, nature walks, and creative work. Because if not, then that prefrontal cortex is going to check out.
Yeah.
So we have to engage it more.
Do you find the news boring? Is that the problem?
No, it's more like I want to speed read the news.
Why?
It's, well, in the same way,
Because
when
if you don't want to speed read, wait, don't tell me, why do you want to speed read in the news? Because the news is drier.
Because in that situation, I'm using it almost for entertainment.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, but this is I'll use fast forward when I'm doing things like gathering info for the podcast, and I'm like listening to like for example the National Geographic's video on beavers and what they do to, I'd listen to that at 2 times speed because I can get all the info from that.
This is what I don't get about you, though, because it's just how we're different, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated as you. No, but it's how we're different because you will watch stuff at regular speed that I'm like so bored by, like Taskmasters.
Oh, love it. Yeah.
Everyone loves it. I'm weird. You're normal.
So funny.
But like, I'm just sort of like, what is the point of that? That is a waste of my time.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. You're into.
But you think the news is a waste of your time?
No, it's not. It's not like it's a waste of time. I'm looking to speed up that information in the same way when I read a nonfiction book, I read it differently than a fiction book. Fiction, I'm reading more like line for line, like the like for example, I just re-listened to Project Hail Mary. I listened to that at 1 time speed. It is for entertainment purposes. I am looking to lose myself in the book. But if I'm listening to like a self-help style, like information-y book, then I'm going to listen to it at a faster speed because I'm looking more. And if I were to read a book like that, I'm doing more skimming than I'm reading every single word in that different way. It's more information gathering than letting my mind get lost in it, I guess. And there are some times where I do like getting lost in the information a little more, like when I'm watching a documentary and,
But when you just need like the bullet points, it's like,
I'll hold down that, fast forward. But it's a problem. I think I recognize that it's not good to do because it then makes, in the same way when I listen to a book really fast on a high speed, an audiobook, and then listen to it at one like regular speed, it sounds like they're going in slow motion, and I can be like, come on, spit it out. And I need to have patience, for Christ's sake. And sometimes slower speech is good. We need some pauses. We need some time to think. We need, I try to do that more even as a therapist, like slow things down and add pauses and try to not rush all of that. But
well, we're all working against all these forces that are just making things to make the most amount of money. So we're being exploited all the time, and then we're being so hard on ourselves.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect segue, because another article I read, it was in the Atlantic, maybe you caught it. It was on like, why are Americans struggling with sleep? Did you see this?
I did see that.
Yeah, where this was really interesting, that it seems like we've created this, like, yes, sleep is super, super important.
Right, but we've made it like a one size fits all.
Yes.
And,
We're saying 8 hours is realistic for everyone. And what that is doing is it's not taking into consideration like the range that a normal person may need, that some people need shorter, some people may need longer.
And then it varies throughout your life.
Totally it varies through your hormonal cycles for men and women.
Yeah.
And what can happen is when we're not getting, and that's why I have a love-hate relationship with those like trackers and Aura rings and all that stuff, because they are now seeing this guilt that people have when they don't, quote, like, sleep right. You know, like, if I'm not getting enough sleep, then the stress of not getting the perfect sleep might be more damaging than that sleep you're not getting.
Totally. If you feel rest, it's sort of like how it is with water. You have to, there's like those jugs of water, and it's like, yo, you got to drink this much each day. And then the experts will be like, if you're thirsty, drink.
Right.
If you are not thirsty, you're fine.
You're fine. Right.
And that we've created problems where there aren't any.
Right.
And that some people are thirstier and some people aren't. Maybe some people get it through fruits and veggies and some people don't.
Yeah.
It's the same with sleep.
It's totally the same. And we need to just stop.
Simmer down.
Yeah, it feels like there's a TEDx talk for frickin' everything now. And we don't need to be, not everything is a prescription for you need to change your life.
Yeah,
You're
and
doing
if you're
things
feeling
just fine. Yeah, leave it. And if you do say, like, there are other things that you can do that I think are more beneficial, that like a walk in the morning to get your circadian rhythms right, that like that is more important, or like being out in the sunshine in the morning to trigger your circadian rhythms that are going to be natural for you, that might be very different than somebody else. And even our own partners, like the times you're going to bed.
Those Doritos I want to eat, I know those are good for 0 people.
Right.
There are some things that are obvious and that can be applied to everyone. You can have them.
Right.
But they're not doing you any favors.
Right.
But like this sleep stuff and water stuff and whatever, it's just even the socialization stuff, because some people maybe only have 2 friends.
Oh, that's great. That's all you need. Perfect.
But if that is meaningful and fulfilling to you, you're probably fine.
Yes. And don't let some TikToker tell you that you need to have this many friends and this, like, no. We need to just...
We all know if we're okay or not.
Right.
If you're being honest with yourself, you know if you're doing the good stuff or not.
Right.
It's not like a prescription, like you're saying.
Right.
Once I said, I only got 6 hours. This fucking dumbass says I need 8.
Right. And then could you imagine, you're walking around thinking like, I didn't get enough sleep.
I failed.
That is
and
worse for you than,
Yeah.
We really just need to be reducing stress, and whatever you need to do. I always say it's harm reduction.
Yeah.
You know, like some things, if self-care is going to be different.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm mad about it.
I know, me too. So everybody, I think
it's like
everybody
they
just
make reasonable people question themselves.
Right.
And that is more harmful.
That is exactly that it starts what they call a sleep shame spiral. Where the shame about sleep could keep you awake at night, and that's disrupting your sleep. So really we just need to be like non-judgmental and love ourselves, and everything will be okay.
I think a lot of us though are very tired.
That's for sure.
And that is a concern.
I think, yes. I think that
If you want to sleep and you can't, that's
right.
not great.
Let's see. Do I have any other stories? Well, yeah, I might as well just throw this in there. I love this. I heard that Rita Ora proposed to Taika Waititi. I think that's how you say his name.
He is so hot, by the way.
So
and I'm sure you think
handsome.
she's super hot.
Both of them. Oh,
They're
my
like
God.
hot people, right?
I love
their
story.
relationship.
Me too.
I love their whole vibe. Why didn't he propose, though? I would want to know, but I love that she did.
Yeah.
But like, wonder what the story is. What have you read?
Well, I haven't heard anything about why he didn't, but I listened to her talk about her planning the whole thing.
What did
and
she
how
say?
She went to they went to Palm Springs. She said she planned it all, the rings, the cake, everything. And as somebody who has recently, had the pleasure of planning a trip for someone special and like doing everything, it feels so good to be able to do that for a partner. And I've noticed in relationships that were heterosexual, that wasn't well received often. That when the woman takes over all the planning, it feels like, or at least for me, it's felt like there was maybe some judgment or criticism, and whether I'm reading into that or that actually happened, whatever. But it maybe it's like something like they feel emasculated in that, or I don't know what it is. But I just love her saying, like, I want to plan something special for him and doing that. I don't know why it's still shocking to people when a woman proposes.
I think because of societal norms.
Yeah, well, of course.
Right? Mm-hmm. Then people think if he wanted to marry you,
right,
he would have asked. So then if you're doing it, he's either going to say no or he's going to say like yes out of obligation.
Yeah, but how do you know you didn't just beat him to it?
Yeah,
because it's like when gay couples sometimes they both propose. They exchange. One does it and the other does it, and like.
I totally hear you, and you're right.
But this is what people are thinking. Why didn't he?
That's what I would think. I would think like, well, if he wanted to, he would have already done it.
Or maybe they were like talking about it and planning it all out, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm going to surprise him with it." And
well, they have an unconventional relationship to begin with, and so like, I think there's a chance maybe he thought she didn't want to be married.
Yeah, maybe. I could believe that for sure.
Yeah. Because I think they have like sort of like an open scenario and like, hey, whatever, threesome scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're like super open and just.
So they're doing everything unconventional, and this is just another way.
Yes. And he said yes?
Yes.
And then he got what, a ring or what?
Yeah, he said.
I love if he gets a ring and she doesn't.
Yeah, he got a ring.
She doesn't have a ring because I love that.
Let me see.
Because the engagement ring is so dumb because only she gets it. So then she's spoken for and he's still single, on finger.
Yeah, she's got an engagement ring on, but not a traditional one.
Okay, but like why? I would have loved it better if she said, here's your engagement ring. I won't wear one. Because why? I asked.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I wonder.
It's not entirely reversed. No, what they're trying to do is just like, oh, well, let's make it reversed in one sense and then equal in the other. Well, why?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why does there need to be a proposal then? Why can't we just talk about it? Hey, what do you think? We should get married? We could both get engagement rings.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a halfway deal now still.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like engagement's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, totally.
Like maybe we could say like, hey, you want to get married? Yeah, we should. Like, I love you. Oh my God.
Yeah. I like the idea of it being a mutual business agreement anyway.
Yeah. And either we neither get rings or we both get rings.
Or we both get rings. Because that whole idea of like, but she got him one. So.
Yes. But there was still a proposal.
Right.
That could have been eliminated. They could have just said, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
And let's get some rings on the go.
Yeah.
And we're going to get married. There doesn't need to be this old-timey fucking weird tradition of a proposal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Of course, now I would love to plan a proposal.
Why?
Because of how excited my girlfriend gets when she's surprised. That cute little, like how she is, she's so freaking cute.
You're cute when you're surprised too, Sarah.
Right. So I would want both of us to do that.
So why? Okay, let's say you did that. Would you get her engagement ring too?
I would want us to both propose to each other. That like she does it one time, I do it one time.
Ooh.
You know, like it's coming. We're both going to do it. You don't know when, but you're going to get proposed to and I'm going to get proposed to. And who knows when it's coming.
You want a whole ritual for each.
Yeah, we both are deserving.
You could even, why can't you plan the day that you both do it?
Well, that's kind of cute too.
Yeah, and you can both have your own arrangements and like flourishes.
That's cute.
I don't know. It just feels like there's only a certain number of ways to do this totally equal.
Well, and the fact that both of us, it'll be our second marriage, you know, it like that. We can do it however the fuck we want. So this would be a fun thing. We'll we'll workshop it when you're here.
Yeah, and Amy, if you're listening, Sarah was like, "Oh, we're taking our time." Stop doing that. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Because if you know you love someone and you want to be with them forever, and they're your family forever.
Oh, this is my family.
There is absolutely no reason to delay it. You could not make an argument that would convince me.
Oh, that's
you couldn't.
Really sweet.
Because if you're family forever.
Oh, yeah.
And you're saying that, which is what I'm hearing from you people.
Yeah.
Then there is no reason to wait.
Yeah.
And any reason is tied up in some bullshit from whatever else you've been through or
some story you're telling yourself.
Some money shit. No, who cares about money?
Right. Who cares? I agree. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm saying you people ought to be married right this second.
Well, there you go. We'll just, when you come, we'll just go right to the courthouse and you'll be our
That's all
witness.
I ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me dictate.
You're ordained. You can just do it for us. There you go.
I sure could. I sure could.
Yeah.
Amy, you hear what I'm saying? All right. Well, I just love you. That's all.
I love you. And I love this episode.
And I do too. We did cover a lot of ground. Mainly, we exposed some jobs that are a little bit scammy or could be, but maybe not necessarily.
Right. We don't know. But maybe you have a better idea also for one that you could fake.
We learned how to hold on to memories. How to make things more memorable, how to enjoy your life better. We learned
sleep whatever feels good to you.
And the effect of TikTok on the brain, that was a downer.
Yeah.
And but we can work around it.
Yeah.
And then, hey, proposals, kind of weird. Let's sort it out. Let's make it not so uneven for men and women.
I feel ya.
All right, friends, we love you. We'll see you next time. Be sure to check out thebraincandypodcast.com. Our candy codes are on there. And if you use our codes, well, we'll stay on the air. If you don't, well, I'm going to have to work a poll.
Right. And she's aging out of that job.
And that's scary. Okay?
Right. Use those codes.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Wherever you go, whatever they get into. From chill time to everyday adventures. Protect your dog from parasites with Credelio Quattro. For full safety information, side effects, and warnings, visit CredelioQuattroLabel.com. Consult your vet or call 1-888-545-5973. Ask your vet for Credelio Quattro and visit QuattroDog.com.